What's good, y'all? We've come back here for another video. Today's very, very special. Today we got the Tomodachi Game review. A lot of these weekly spring animes are ending, so expect a lot of reviews on the way. And we're going to start off with Tomodachi Game. You know, if you guys remember, the real loyal fans in the beginning, we had a bit of a stumble, bro. First episode, strike. But, you know, we had to bounce back from it, got it removed. Thank God. Thank y'all for being with us during that time and supporting us, and we were able to catch up weekly finally to around, I think it was episode 9 when we started weekly, so it took a long time, but ever since then episode 9 was banging. So it really is unfortunate that we didn't get to do it weekly, or else probably would have got a lot of more interaction. But you know, we're still thankful for everyone that stuck with us and still with us to this point, so we appreciate y'all. So let's talk about how the anime was. All right, y'all, so for me, this was an anime when we were going through the weeklies. It was unknown. We didn't really know about it, but we were going for the weekly spring animes, and we saw it, and we watched the trailer, and it just looked cool. Like, it looked like a thriller, and thriller animes are always just really fun to watch, especially with the boys, and we were like, fuck it, we're easily reacting to it, and I'm very, very happy we did. You know, at first, it was very fast-paced. It started off a little. I didn't really know about it. I didn't know how it was going to be. But the character cast was pretty cool. You know, Yuchi was a great main character. Yuchi is definitely the reason why this show is amazing. People are really gassing him, honestly, as a main character I see in the anime world. They're saying he's the next, like, Lelouch Light, all this shit, like the smart guy that, you know, is always a cool character type shit. You know, the Eren Yeager, all that stuff, who wants revenge or just whatever it is, you know, mind-fucking people. So he was a really great character, in my opinion. He fit the show great. You know, he had to do what he had to do, and he stuck to his morals, bro. He was always about his friends, too, no matter what. Even though he's done some crazy shit and, like, had to, like, sacrifice at certain times, he was a really, like, good character. He stayed loyal to his boys. So that's why I really liked it. I liked the whole plot of it, honestly, even though it was a little confusing at times. You know, the Tomodachi Game with all the money and stuff. And in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, it was very fast-paced, and I wasn't really loving it. But ever since the hide-and-seek game and on the second round, pretty much, that's when it turned up crazy. That's when I was like, yo, I really like this anime. Like, it's a really, really good anime. It was just straight peak from there, kind of, you know? It was really thrilling and exciting. Everything had to go down. You know, we had the smart guys on the other side, the Kuroko basketball team, and we defeated them. You know, that's how smart Yuchi was. And then that hide-and-seek game was a really fun game of hide-and-seek. That was probably the coolest hide-and-seek game in anime. And then even the ending towards the last episode, bro, I mean, that shit was absolutely crazy. We had the saber, and then that guy, the CGI, was impersonating someone the whole time. That was different. Then we had the management. I don't know. Overall, it was just a really cool anime. Definitely well made. Definitely a cool story. Personally, myself, I don't give number ratings, so I'm just going to call it a really, really good anime, and which would probably be around B tier, maybe high B, maybe something like that. So that's what I would say for it. And overall, I was really happy with the results and us watching it. It was really good. And yeah, let's see the other spots.
I don't think, by no means do I think like the anime is perfect or like the plot is amazing or it's like the most unique shit out there. Sometimes you gotta throw that shit away. Like, sometimes you gotta just not look into it so deeply. And like, enjoyment wise, it was a thriller, like you said. Like, if you do it, like, you don't even need to do it right, but if you just do it somewhat right, it's gonna be entertaining. And Tomodachi Game is pretty fucking entertaining. Like, there's like turns that you didn't expect and shit, like, and the side characters were honestly not that bad. They were pretty interesting. Like, in the beginning, I thought they were just like fodder, just there to spend, like, waste time. But like, as the show progressed, like, you realize that it's not just the MC, it's like the whole crew. And I don't know, it was pretty entertaining. Like, it definitely had my like jaw dropped a couple of times, and like, not a lot of animes can do that, where I genuinely am surprised and like did not expect something was about to happen. And not everything can do that, and Tomodachi did that. So, I mean, I think it's really good. Maybe like, I'd probably say 7 out of 10. So like above average, like pretty decent. Not amazing, because I don't think it's amazing, but like sometimes, like I said, like, just fuck it. Like, just watch what is happening on the screen. Like, you don't gotta look into it so deeply. And like, it was pretty fucking entertaining. I can't even lie.
I mean, the only real bad thing about it was like the pacing. And I know a lot of people who read the manga, they were just complaining about the pacing, like, oh, this shit's dumb fast. But I understand why they did it dumb fast, because they only get like one season, 12 episodes. They gotta like get the shit done. And plus, like, in a way, it kind of made it more interesting, like, oh, this shit's going dumb fast. But like, when they're explaining the games and the rules, and there's like 100 subtitles on the screen, I don't even know what the fuck the game is about. But the good thing is, the MC, he always explains it at the end when he wins. Yeah. He gives a nice, good explanation of how he won. In the first half, I like that it was kind of unpredictable. You know, we were wondering, like, he revealed the guy who got them into the game. They revealed that pretty early on, and we were like, where's this going? Mm-hmm. And then eventually, it was kind of predictable, but the funny part was you just knew he was gonna win some way somehow, and you were just waiting to see how he would win. And it would always be funny as fuck how he'd win. Like when he pushed the girl, I was like, I knew he was gonna push the girl, but I was like so hyped when he did that shit. I think Tomodachi Game's pretty solid. It's definitely like a 7.5 for me. Like really good. Would I recommend it to someone? I would definitely recommend it to someone.
I agree with everybody. Like the pacing was probably the thing that held it back from being like a better anime. But like Rune said, like it's only the 12 episodes, so like you can't really build up suspense or like as much tension as they could have if it was longer. But hey, it's a season anime, so what can you do? Just like Jake, I think it's pretty average. Like you can't like really like look too deep into it or find plot holes because then just ruin everything. You can't be too critique. You gotta shut your brain off and like just enjoy it, enjoy the ride. So I'd say I give it a 7 out of 10, just like Jake.
Nah, you hated on it, Kelly. Don't
This
lie.
guy was not fucking with
it.
it.
I said it was average.
Kelly was
average.
hating
No,
the
because I
most
said
out
the
of all
pacing.
of us.
No, the pacing was too fast because like we had no like. I guess you can say like we had no like connection to the characters. Like I don't know who this was. I don't really care. But then as it kept progressing, I'm like, oh, the MC, he's that guy.
Yeah,
I fucked with that.
MC's
I
cool.
fucked with that.
You don't need numbers development for his ass.
But then like Rune said, like good and bad, I guess. Like you knew like you kind of knew who the bad guy was already. Like the bad guy, I guess. Like like the traitor was already. I'm like, oh, so what's the point now? But then like we just know like the MC's gonna turn up and do something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a good and a bad thing. But like yeah, like just like Jake said, like just enjoy it. You can't like look too much into it because then like you'd be like, oh, that shit's so bad because you just critique it. So sometimes I do that too much, so I can see why like I enjoyed the first half, but the second half was definitely good. And the last episode kind of confusing because I'm like. Because I guess they just left it open for a second season, and
It needs a season 2.
Yeah, so I can see why they did that as from a like critique perspective. So I still give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Really good.
I mean, I think they did the MC really well because like they kind of
definitely.
make the perfect balance of MC where like just enough of badass, where like he's cool as fuck, but not too much dickhead. Where you're like,
Yeah,
this guy's,
keep messing with his friends.
Or too
Nah.
weak, like he's a pussy, like rolls over.
Yeah, exactly.
But like
He was definitely a great main character, like in my opinion. Like that was what like made the show, in my
for
opinion.
sure.
And normally when like the main character is the best character in the show, it's kind of almost most of the time a certified banger. That's what makes like it more entertaining. So it was really good. By no means was it a perfect or an amazing anime for sure. It definitely had its flaws. Like I've seen some people say that this was like one of the best new gen and the best this that. But like and there's no best in it, but it was really good. Like it was very entertaining. Like it's definitely like around the B tier anime, and it was just good. Like on my list, like personally, it was probably like decently high. So it was cool. I really enjoyed watching it. Definitely very very entertaining. All right, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Tomodachi Game. In the comments down below, let us know what you guys thought of the whole series. Let us know WRL series, rate it 1 through 10. Give us all your thoughts on it, all your thoughts on Yuchi, the main character, and just anything y'all gotta say, all the details. Let us know any information about it, whether that is season 2, any manga, or just whatever they plan on doing next. We're here for it. It's seeming like how the way it ended, it will get a season 2, and I'm pretty sure there's enough manga for it. So I mean, it's looking like there's a good chance, so I'm hoping. And yeah, y'all want to say anything?
I'd recommend it. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's
fun to watch. Good thriller.
Yeah, definitely fun to watch. Thriller is always fun to watch. So appreciate your support again throughout the whole thing. Y'all were stuck with us crazy, so we always appreciate that. We'll never forget. And yeah, on to the next.